Well, Bella, how about you tell the children
Them children's?
what movie we saw at 1 a.m.?
Well, we went in at 10:50. We came out at 1 a.m.
That movie was like 2 hours long. It actually didn't feel like that.
It didn't feel like it. It was very well paced.
Anyway, Bella, what did we see?
OverLord. New film produced by J.J. Abrams, directed by, I've already forgotten his name and I feel bad because he did a great job.
J.J. Abrams' name is on it, and his name is the biggest name.
His name does get big letters, yeah.
Big letters.
Real big letters.
So many letters.
So, no spoiler territory. Basic plot is your World War II action soldier movie plus Nazis plus something weird.
Basically, the trailers for this movie is World War II. Soldiers go in during D-Day.
Yeah, just before D-Day.
And
landing in France.
They land in this village, and there's like weird shit going on in the village. It's like there's like some weird Nazi shit going on, like monster weird.
Yeah, like people being held in weird little prison cells, and there's blood bags and tubes,
blood bags and tubes,
serums and shit. Honestly, and I mean, Will said this right after we left. Like, we were kind of disappointed at how little they dove into that part of it.
Right. So I guess before we get into like nitty gritty stuff,
yeah.
Broad strokes.
Broad strokes out of 10, I'll give it an 8. I really enjoyed it. It was pretty metal. I think pacing was great, acting was great. Soundtrack I thought was gonna have a little bit more heavy metal music in it, but it did not.
Yeah,
and,
you just had that one AC/DC song
just
in
the one
in the trailer.
in the trailer.
And that wasn't in the movie.
It was not. They baited and switched me.
Bait and switch. I liked it.
Yeah. Capital L like?
Capital L liked it.
Okay.
I give it like a 7.5, maybe like a 7.8.
Okay. That's very close to my 8, but we do have slightly different scales.
But like, I wanted to love it.
Yeah.
I wanted to be enamored with it.
Yeah.
And I wasn't.
Yeah.
So it's a frustrating high 7.
Gotcha. No, I mean, that's fair. I think that's fair. Like, when you're so hyped for something you know is going to be just a badass, like, I mean, this sounds awful, but a feel-good movie. I want to see, American soldiers killing Nazis.
Well, there was that.
You didn't get that, but it wasn't as monstrous as it could have been.
I don't know, man. I like my Nazi fringe science.
Right.
I really do.
Like, you wanted Resident Evil, and you just kind of got Wolfestein.
I wanted something good.
Oh, okay, listen. That's a different conversation. But in levels of, like, monstrosity and, like, weird science shit that doesn't need to be explained, you were looking for the Umbrella Corporation.
I guess.
Like,
I just...
You don't know the lore like I do. You were, but...
All I know, I've only seen the first movie, and it
Don't
sucks.
look at the movies. The movies are not great.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, it's, I don't know.
So, yeah, like, in general, I liked it. I can recommend it. If you like horror movies, go see it.
Yeah.
If you like soldier movies, I'd say go see
it.
it. If you have a weak stomach, do not see it.
There were a couple, and I'm not particularly queasy. There's something, like, I asked because Jacob saw it, right?
Right.
And he had texted me, like, go see this movie and tell me about it. And I was like, is there anything eyeballs or teeth related I need to know about? And he said, not particularly. So I'm like, all right, let's go.
Like, the body horror is not intense, but it is definitely there.
It's there. It's there. And there's some noises.
Oh, like, yeah, some popping, some
popping,
locking, and dropping.
Some pop, lock, and drop it.
Pop, lock, and drop it.
No, yeah, if you have some misophonia about some squelchy noises, don't do this. Don't do it to yourself.
But yeah, in general, I really liked it. If you were, like, on the fence about it, just go see it.
Just go see it. Go to a matinee. Don't eat while you're doing it. I don't know. I think costuming was great. Special effects were great. I felt really, like, nothing took me out of it.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's fun bits.
Anyway.
Spoilery.
Now, spoilers. If you want to watch the movie, do not pass go.
Holy night terrors, Batman.
Do not collect $200.
Right.
So
So let's talk about why we're disappointed.
Okay. So, Overlord is,
Nazis have taken over this small village and are using the villagers for experiments.
They're using for experiments to make, like, weird variations of, like, the super soldier serum, I guess.
Kind of.
Where, like, if you inject yourself with the sauce, you heal really fast and you're super strong.
Yeah.
But
they've only used it on dead people so
dead
far.
people. But
which it does bring them back to life.
It does bring him back. But so what I like about the movie is the soldier stuff and like the Nazi fringe science stuff are both done well, but neither are done great.
Like they tried to balance each other too much instead of just
I
going
feel
whole
as though
hog.
I feel as though the movie should have been could have been rather. It could have been a World War II movie with like a weird fringe Nazi angle.
Right.
Which it's kind of closer to, I guess.
Yeah, it's closer to that.
Or it could have been a weird fucking science Nazi movie where they're just like making a bunch of weird shit in the basement of this castle.
Right.
And some soldiers are there, I guess. And
right.
Where like the soldier bit will just be set up for all this weird...
For the audience to walk through.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. But it doesn't do that. It tries to be both.
Yeah. I kind of like that it leaves more of a mystery if it is the first type, because then, is this the one lab that the Nazis have set up, or could there possibly be more everywhere?
Yeah, they don't really touch on it.
They don't touch on whether this is like their first experiment shop, or if, because this is about to be D-Day, how far into the war we've been, have they been doing this whole fucking time? So that's kind of a cool coin toss that I liked, but I do wish... everyone knew there's fucking monsters in there.
Right.
Like, do we just blow the fucking place up, or do we try to save people? Do we try to get them out?
You can't let it get out. You gotta bury that shit.
Gotta bury that shit.
But,
burn it down.
I guess what I was disappointed by was I wanted it to be more body horror.
You wanted more lore for the sauce. And
I wanted more lore for the sauce. I want to know what the magic sauce is that makes people into monsters.
Right. Because it's kind of hinted at that it's part of, like, the villagers' blood mixed with something else, and...
Basically,
we don't really get...
We see, like, people in, like...
the recipe.
We see people in, like, weird body bags that are, like, almost, like...
Placentas?
Just wombs or something.
Yeah.
We see, like, a disembodied head that can still talk.
Yeah.
We see a bunch of corpses and cadavers and all that good shit.
And you see them being injected with stuff and then destroyed when they don't achieve the results they want.
And then you have people who are actively being experimented on, sitting in their little cocoons.
Yeah.
They're like, help me, get me out.
They're aware of it. They're alive
and
they're...
that shit I was super into.
Yeah. I mean, it was terrifying, but it was...
But I don't know. I think, and I told Bella this. So you have, like, the Nazi doctor.
Right.
But he's, like, barely a character.
Right.
He's, like, there just to be, like, the doctor. And be referred to as the doctor. He never gives us some kind of rousing speech about...
Yeah, he never threatens the soldier boys.
I don't know, man. I feel as though what would have been my favorite character was just not in the movie. That isn't to say that the main Nazi bad guy was bad. Because
he was creepy.
He was creepy.
He was effective.
And a rapist.
Yeah.
And evil.
Yeah.
And basically was just a very, very scary version of Red Skull.
Kind of, yeah.
To a point.
To a point.
But, I don't know. It tries to be two things. It should have been one or the other. I would want to double down the horror. Like, I wanted this to be like a bloodier, like more gruesome body horror, like version of like Annihilation.
Okay.
I want it to be more like that, where it's like weird and like what?
That's fair.
But instead it was like kind of like half body horror.
It was
weird
a what
science
could have
movie,
been. Yeah.
and half like action movie.
Yeah. I mean, their overall mission is, and they're given a time limit, but we're not sure when exactly it starts, is these soldiers have to get into the village take down this radio tower that the Nazis have set up in this church, and then get out because D-Day is happening.
Right.
So there is a clock on it. So they had only a few options. They couldn't really explore the castle longer than they really could have. It was very, like I told Will, if I was going to get real CinemaSins about it, it's very lucky that they didn't get caught a couple times. But that's nitpicky, and not productive for the plot. I don't know, like, I totally agree with Will's, like, critiques, and I wish there were more, but I also didn't want a 3.5-hour movie.
If it's the right kind
If it's the right movie.
If it's the right kind of niche.
Right.
Like, back to Annihilation, which is really what I wanted this movie to be.
Hello, Sono.
I could have watched, like, a 6-hour version of Annihilation.
Yeah.
Which was
a good movie.
But, oh well, Will doesn't get what he wants. Will doesn't get his weird science movies.
No, but we can make our own science movies.
No.
We'll use Osono as an experiment.
No, Sono's fucking garbage.
She's climbing all over me. I guess that's my signal to say goodnight. I don't know, I really liked it. It was metal enough that I can appreciate it for what it was. But I don't know, like, I hope not that there's a sequel, because I don't think
there wouldn't be.
You could really do with this. They really did kind of burn.
I
glanced.
I did a Google search for Overlord.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be Cloverfield 4.
I don't like that. I don't want it. I mean, I get it. If you watch like Cloverfield or 10 Cloverfield Lane,
yeah,
there's a bit at the end which hints towards kind of a zombie thing.
Right.
This could be that.
I think what JJ wanted to do with Cloverfield...
Well, he wanted an anthology.
He wanted it to be a weird science horror anthology, which this would have very easily fit in. But I think that's kind of become muddled as both Lane and Paradox kind of tie back to original Cloverfield in a weird way.
Right, and
where
this
one
doesn't.
Doesn't at all.
Like, I
like,
mean...
not even in the same vein.
Right, keep your Nazis out of my aliens.
Or we could have alien Nazis.
No! That's the worst option. I don't know, like, I love science anthologies. Holy shit, I love the Twilight Zone, The Outer Limits, I loved X-Files. Like, I loved all those things where every episode could be a different creature of the week.
Right.
This is not the place to do that.
No, like,
So I am glad this became a standalone movie.
Yeah, I do wonder how well this movie will do.
I don't know, did you happen to see what the budget was offhand?
No, actually, I looked it up.
I'm guessing...
You continue to talk about what you liked about Overlord in a spoilery way.
I mean, like, I love the actors. There's, the young black man, the young, like, super Italian boy. There's the young skinny Jewish boy.
38 million?
Nice. Okay.
Which is not huge for
decent
a
for
modern
something like
movie.
this, though. Decent for how good it looked. Like, they used their money very well.
It didn't look amazing, but, like, it didn't look cheap either. Like, there were maybe a few CG bits that were kind of like,
a few, but I blinked over them. Like
they actually used a lot of practical.
Yeah, which I appreciate.
When someone's like, healing, it's gonna be CG.
Yeah.
But when Dr. McNazi face had half his face blown off,
has his jaw crinkled and gooey up on the side. That's cool as shit.
Yeah, that was a good look. But
my poor meat hook boy.
They just have no idea what you're talking about.
I know.
You'll have to see it. It's a meat hook.
You gotta go see it. There's meat hooks involved. There's a face blown off. There's a poor cameraman. Y'all, okay, spoiler for me. I didn't think I was gonna cry. I shed approximately 4 tears for one line in this movie.
Okay.
And if you're a sensitive baby like I am, you might too.
I'm gonna talk about one scene in particular in great detail, and it's the best scene in the whole movie.
It's the one I cried during.
So even if you don't care about spoilers... Just go watch it.
Yeah.
If I've convinced you that you want to watch it, you won't be disappointed. But I'm going to go into great detail about this one scene that was awesome. So, alright, they had the photographer with them, and he's like some scrubby bitch.
Like, he's gone through basic, but he's not a soldier.
And he got shot.
He got shot in the chest.
But one of the soldiers, Boyce...
our lead man,
He took one of the Nazi
Nazis.
one of the Nazi syringes full of the sauce.
Yep.
Which is like the fringe
super serum.
the super fringe Nazi serum that we don't know what it does. He sees it be injected into a corpse and it like wakes up.
Yeah.
And then the corpse is immediately burned.
Right.
Or cremated.
Right.
So his friend dies. So he decides to take the syringe of the sauce.
And he's like, "Fuck it, let's just plunge it."
And this guy gets back up.
Like
And
fully up. Like
fully
I feel
up.
great. I feel thirsty.
He's like, "I'm thirsty." Drinks the entire canteen.
Crushes it in his hands.
He like fingers his own fucking bullet holes. Like don't even feel it. But then he like he's like, "Whoa, that's really it brings you back to life. That's so weird." But it quickly evolves to
rage zombies.
So he's like, I'm hot, takes all his clothes off. He finishes off the canteen and crushes the steel canteen like it's nothing. And he gets all his veins start popping. He has like just bones starting to grow and jut out of his
like his shoulder
torso.
blades, his ribs, everything starts cracking.
He's like, my head hurts, and headbutts a support beam and fucking breaks it. It just keeps going and going and getting more and more and more intense. And he's like full on beet red. You can see like all these growths on him.
He starts raging out. He grabs his friend. He grabs Boyce and he's like, "What did you do to me? What have you done? And what have you put in me?" And everyone's freaking the
fuck out. He gets shot with a full clip of a machine gun in the chest and brushes it off like it's nothing.
Yeah, just like he falls to the ground, blood everywhere, stands back up and starts back
The
at
only
them
way
again.
they kill him is just like destroying his fucking head.
Every fucking zombie movie, destroy the head, or remove the head, or destroy the brain.
They just like mulch his head.
Yeah, Boyce just smashes him with the end of his fucking gun.
Mulches it.
Nope.
And yeah, it's like a minute and a half, 2 minute scene. Best scene in the movie.
I mean, it completely
so
explains the horrors of what the serum is doing to people.
Oh god, it was great.
The fact that his friend is, maybe a little uncontrollable, but aware of what's happening and who's around him, and he knows everybody.
I think to a point, just pure instinct kind of like
kicked in
there. It was just like a response.
Yeah.
And you see some other monsters like that later on, but actually only one more.
Well, two.
Two?
Yeah.
What was
Bad Nazi man and then bald guy.
Well, Bad Nazi man was like aware.
Yeah,
Bald
true.
guy really wasn't.
Yeah, true.
Ryan Reynolds from fucking X-Men
X3.
Origins Wolverine.
God. Quote unquote Deadpool. Yeah.
But no, that scene was fucking great. Unfortunately, they didn't really do any more of that. Not, or at least not really.
But I think that's what convinces everybody. It's like, no, we can't just blow this thing up. We have to go in and get this kid out. We have to go help somebody.
Yeah, because they're just there to blow up the radio tower. But as soon as they see that shit, like, nah, we gotta
figure this shit out a little bit.
We should probably take care of that.
That escape.
Like, oof.
Ooh.
Big oof.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think it's worth it. It's
Yeah, go see it.
Go watch this fucking movie.
If you like body horror and like weird shit.
If you want to see Nazis get shot in the face and stabbed a bunch. Yeah. Beat the shit out of.
Nah, go for it. I wholeheartedly recommend it.
2 thumbs up.
I'd say a thumbs up.
Just 1 thumb.
But I want to give 2 thumbs.
Yeah. He's got 1 thumb and a fist pump going.
Yeah, it's like I in my heart of hearts, I wanted to give 2 thumbs. I can only give the 1 though. But I would still recommend it.
Bye.
Later.